approach. Work hard. Know your product. Don't give up. Persist, persist, slay. She was very good at persisting, anyway. She was a goal setter. When she had the idea to learn how to row after watching one Summer Olympics, she did it. Right here in Austin, on Lady Bird Lake. Create needle art? The angel on her cubicle wall was her own creation. Sing? She'd absolutely nailed it as an alto in the community choir until Jed Ferris took over and turned it into a show choir singing pop tunes. Lorna did not believe that choirs were meant to sing pop tunes. The point being, Lorna looked tough, acted tough, and knew how to achieve goals. Sure, she could be a little hard on her sales team when they lagged behind the quotas she set, but it was her job as team leader to light a fire under their butts. That she seemed mad or pissed was just their way of deflecting. Once, a therapist had suggested she work on being more in the moment and aware of how snappish she could be. Snappish? That hardly seemed fair. Wasn't everyone snappish at times? Wasn't everyone subconsciously mad about something? Sure they were. Politics, gas prices, extreme temperatures, tornadoes, wildfires, ice storms, barking dogs. Social media, long queues, not enough cashiers, Zoom calls, traffic, poverty, high heels, skinny jeans. More ice than soda, more bun than burger, more noodles than shrimp. There were any number of things on any given day to set off even the saintliest person. Such was the nature of modern times. But she was working on it. And in the meantime, she was trying very hard to be likable. So when no one even made eye contact when she came back from lunch, Lorna thought through what might have upset them. It probably had something to do with the sales team meeting she'd convened yesterday. Their cubicles were built around a discussion pit made of couches that were too low to the ground and sprinkled with colorful pillows that smelled like mildew. In the center was a scarred table for drinks and pastries. The pit sort of looked like a giant flower. Lorna had gathered everyone together to discuss quotas because, as she liked to say, quotas were set to be achieved, not waved at as they flew by. She'd indicated she didn't think they were working smart. She'd read that in a self-help book. Work smart. What else had she said? It wasn't that bad, was it? She was pretty sure she'd said worse in the past and they'd all survived. Why this should put their panties in a twist, she couldn't say. Except maybe she'd been a smidge harsh. Lorna was hard on herself, and sometimes she found it difficult to discern where her internal self-flagellation ended and her inappropriate comments during pep talks began. They tended to be the same in theme and tone. Okay, she'd bring donuts tomorrow. People would forgive a multitude of sins if there were donuts, and even more if strawberry sprinkles were involved. She'd just pulled out her cell to check which delivery service would bring donuts when her office phone buzzed. Lorna Lott speaking. Good morning, Lorna. It was Deb, Lorna's boss. Unlike some of her colleagues who found their bosses to be insufferable, Lorna really liked Deb. She looked up to her, admired how she'd risen to the top of management with hard work and dedication. That was what got you places. Whining did not get you anywhere. Could you please step into my office? Deb asked. I'd be delighted. That wasn't a lie. Lorna popped up and briskly traveled the 10 feet to Deb's office. Deb was standing behind her desk. She was 60-ish, short and round, with a bowl-shaped head of curly gray hair. She always wore a pair of glasses on her crown and preferred a standard daily uniform, a move that was either genius or insane. Lorna could never decide. Black pants and a black cardigan or blazer. The only thing that varied day to day was the color of her blouse. Today, Deb's silk blouse was peach-colored, with tiny little swans dotting the fabric. Personally, Lorna favored tailored suits.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.